What's up, friends? Welcome back to the Heal You 52-Week Bloom podcast. I'm your host, Shy, and as always, I'm so glad to be here with you. Last week we talked about a lot. We explored navigating change and embracing new series of life. We talked about how change can impact us, whether expected or unexpected. How it can feel uncomfortable, but ultimately opens the door that we need for growth. We also discussed shifting perspectives, how we set boundaries, and how we care for ourselves mentally, physically, and emotionally during life's transitions. Most importantly, I shared and reflected on how I've been able to shift my life. And I've been able to make space for something greater as I've dealt with a lot of grief over the past 4 months. And before we dive into today's episode, I want to remind you, friends, that healing happens at your own pace. There's no rush, no race, no timeline you need to follow. If last week's topic is still sitting with you, that is perfectly okay. Every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. If you need to take time and just sit in it for a moment to understand where you are, then do so. Do so. You're doing this at your own pace. So now let's prepare for this week's conversation. Reclaiming joy, finding happiness in the midst of life's chaos. Just for a moment, think about everything that's happening in the world today. A ton of chaos is going on around us. Some we can handle, some we can't, some we have control over, lots we don't. So today's episode is really crucial in understanding exactly where we are and how we can continue to live and embrace life and work through our opportunities to grow and bloom. So what does joy mean to you? Exactly. When you think about it, when was the last time you felt true joy? Not just a quick moment of happiness, but deep, lasting joy, the kind that fills your heart and reminds you of exactly who you are. Joy isn't something we find. It's actually something we create. Joy isn't about waiting for everything to be perfect. It's about embracing the present, recognizing what brings you happiness, and making space for that feeling in your life. I was a little nervous about last week's episode. I was concerned that the messaging that I delivered, because it was off script a lot, may come across to people as too heavy. But the amount of joy that I experienced just from the feedback that I received and how many people needed to listen to a message about change and could relate was truly impactful. And your girl, she loves to talk about different scenarios. So let's talk about Samantha. Samantha is a single mom with 2 young kids. Her days are filled with making meals, cleaning up messes, helping with homework, and trying to keep up with every day and everything that life throws her way. Somewhere along the way, Samantha lost herself in the daily routine. I know we all can relate to that. She wasn't unhappy, but she wasn't exactly joyful either. One day, while her kids were playing outside, she decided to join them. Instead of Samantha standing back watching and worrying about the laundry that she had to do that needed folding, she decided to jump in. She raced them across the yard, blew bubbles, and let out a full belly laugh she hadn't heard in years. How grateful do you think that helped with Samantha? That small moment changed everything for her. She quickly realized that joy wasn't something she had to wait for. It was something that she could create in the midst of her busy life. Let's think about that. Joy. Friends, what does joy mean to you? Is it feeling free, feeling seen, feeling connected? Grab your pen and paper and write down 3 things that bring you joy. Those 3 things that come to mind, no matter how big or small. And these are your reminders that joy, my friends, is always within reach. Always within reach. You know, if joy is something we can cultivate, why does it sometimes feel so far away? There are real barriers that keep us from fully embracing joy. One of the first is the busyness and routine that we experience on a day-to-day basis. Life gets so full that we forget to pause and enjoy the little moments. Guilt. We sometimes feel like we have to earn joy instead of allowing ourselves to simply experience it. And the fear of letting go. We hold on to past hurts, stress, or expectations that keep us from being present. Take me, for example. This past week, I had to make a decision to release and let go so I could feel the joy of the moment, the joy of the podcast that I put out there, the ability to share my experiences and what I've been going through, the ability to feel and embrace the moment and do so regardless of the people that are naysayers, to understand that in the midst of my own personal change that I have the ability to share with others how there's light at the end of the tunnel and we all can experience joy. Even if I have individuals that are watching that wish something else upon me. Joy is ours to claim. It's our ability to water and grow ourselves so that we can experience the small things that help to bring the smile on our face on a regular basis. Joy isn't something you have to earn, friends. Joy is something, again, that we create on a regular basis. By me making the decision to embrace what I felt, to share it with others, I was able this past week to experience joy like I haven't experienced in a very long time. Think about it. Write it down. What's blocking your ability to experience joy right now? Are you stuck in a routine? Do you feel guilty for yourself if you feel like you're enjoying it? Are you holding on to the past? If so, write that down, reflect on it, and let's start releasing it together. You know, reclaiming joy doesn't always require big dramatic changes. It doesn't require you posting something for the entire world to listen to. Sometimes it's about rediscovering happiness in the small everyday moments. You know, I didn't plan to experience so much joy last week, but I'm glad that I did. Neither did Samantha. She didn't schedule time to laugh with her kids. Those moments happened because Samantha and I decided to make space for them. We often think joy has to be a huge transformation, but in reality, it's found in life's simplest moments. Listening to your favorite song while cooking dinner. I love that one. Waking up a few minutes earlier to enjoy the quiet before the world wakes up. That one calms my mind. Calling or texting an old friend just to say hello or I love you. Walking barefoot in the grass, feeling the earth beneath you. Taking a deep breath and reminding yourself, I am here, I am alive, and that is enough. Joy, my friends, is built through small, intentional choices we make every day. Think of it. What's one small joy you can incorporate into your life today? And how do you make and take the steps to ensure that you do so? So now that we've explored what joy means, what blocks it, and how to bring more of it into our lives, let's talk about making joy a habit, a thing that we do every day. Joy isn't something that just happens. It's something we have to create space for again and again. You know, Samantha started setting aside 10 minutes every day to just play with her kids with no distractions. I've decided to make joy intentional for me. Every morning, I start my morning before I open my eyes with prayer. I've decided that I will ensure that I am smiling and embracing my smile every day. And you, my friends, can do the same. Let's set a joy intention every morning. Decide to find at least one moment of happiness in each and every day. Let's let go of what no longer serves you. If something or someone is draining your energy, step back and reassess. Celebrate the small wins. Every step forward, no matter how small, friends, is still progress. Joy isn't about waiting. It's about choosing to embrace what's already in front of you. So what will you do today to create joy? Write it down and commit to it. By understanding that joy isn't just a fleeting emotion, it helps to know that it's a practice, a choice. Even in the middle of lifing, you have the power to reclaim your happiness. I challenge you this week to slow down, reflect, be intentional about creating joy. Because you don't have to wait for life to be perfect for you to be happy. Friends, you can choose happiness and joy now. All right. Next week, we'll be diving into reconnecting with yourself, finding clarity and purpose in your journey. I can't wait. Until then, friends, take care of yourself, embrace joy, and as always, keep blooming. I'll see you next week. Have a great week.